Good morning students. Today's class we are going to see about 10th standard science unit 1 laws of motion for the English medium. Even though it's English medium, I am going to teach in bilingual so it can able to follow by the Tamil medium and English medium students. Okay, in this lesson what is the main objectives? So here we are going to see two things. First one is force and motion. Okay, 9th class we already studied motion, speed, velocity, acceleration, everything. So how they are applicable in our day-to-day life, that concept is very important in this chapter. First we are going to see about concept of force and the motion, then explain the inertia and its types. Inertia தமிழ்ல நிலைமம் சொல்லுவோம், அதோட வகைகள் என்னென்ன இருக்குன்னு பார்க்க போறோம். State 3 laws of Newton. நியூட்டனோட மூன்று விதிகள் என்னென்ன அப்படிங்கறத பார்க்க போறோம். So we are going through laws of Newton. Same thing, a definition of force, momentum and impulse, difference between mass and weight. Even though we are using both in same context, but both are totally different. How the mass is different from weight, that concept we are going to learn. Then weightlessness. What is weightlessness? When you feel weightlessness, that is the main concept. Okay, when you come down by a lift, power lift, that time you feel weightlessness. So like that, where and all the weightlessness is applicable in day-to-day life. Next is law of gravitation and its application. Understand the variation in G due to the height and depth. G is nothing but gravitational constant, that is 9.8 meter per second. Numerical problems. Numerical problems very important as consider 10th exam, because we have compulsory question in both 2 mark and 4 mark, that is come from only physics and chemistry numerical problems. So you concentrate on that also. Introduction. Humans are so curious about things around them. Things around us are related to one another. Some bodies are at rest, some are at motion. Rest and motions are interrelated terms. Okay, here we have to quote, choose two scientists' name. One is Albert Einstein, another one is Charles Darwin. Okay, Charles Darwin, we know that he is telling every organism is relative. Yes, evolution. Same thing, Einstein says that all the things are relative. Each and everything is relative. That is theory of relativity theory. Here, 9th standard we already studied about linear motion, circulatory motion, oscillatory motion, everything you studied. Same thing you studied displacement, distance, velocity also. Okay, in this lesson we are going to investigate what are the causes of the motion. Why the motion is happened. Sometimes why some bodies are at rest. Why some bodies are always in the uniform motion. Why some bodies are in ununiform motion. Everything we are going to study in this lesson. When body is at rest or start moving, the question arises in mind. What cause the bodies move? Okay, ஒரு பொருள் வந்து மூவ் ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு அப்படின்னா அந்த பொருள் ஏன் மூவ் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு, எதனால மூவ் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிற கேள்வி வரும். Second one is, if an object is at rest, why the object is always in rest? ஏன் அந்த பொருள் ஒரே இடத்துல நிலையமா இருக்கு அப்படிங்கறத பத்தி நம்ம யோசிப்போம். So these are the main concepts or questions comes to our mind. Similarly, when moving an object or comes to rest, would you like to know what brings to rest? Okay, இப்போ நம்ம ஒரு வண்டியில போயிட்டு இருக்கோம், when you are riding a cycle or a bike, if it is moving, how it come to the rest position? We are applying brake. So there is a force need to stop the motion of an object. So in that position, a force is needed to move an object. Same thing, a force is needed to stop the object to get into rest position. If an object, moving object is speed up or slow down, everything are changing the direction, everything we needed motion or a force we needed. What changes the direction of a motion? Okay, here we can take an example of a cricket bowler. Okay, a bowler bowl a ball towards the stump. That time a batsman hit by a bat. So the ball having a speed, linear motion, everything. But when hit by the bat, it changes direction. Even though ball is moving, the motion is always continuous, but the direction is changed. There also a force is applied. So these are things we are going to learn this lesson. The one answer for all this question, what you in your mind, is force. So force can change everything, even though it can speed up a reaction, or it stop the movement of an object, or it change in the direction. This we can easily say it pull or push movement. Okay, when you open a door, pull or push. Everything we can do with this small exercise, pull or push. This we call as pull or push. Either we are making to some object rest to motion or motion to rest. Everything we can do by help of pull or push. It's called force. There are so many scientists, they are defining force. Okay, example, Sir Isaac Newton. He proposed the laws. Understanding the motion of a body also predict the future course of its motion if you know the force acting on it. Okay, this we can easily identify with the help of a cricket ball or riding a cycle. When you are going to cross a road, that time we can see both sides. When you see, let's say we have a bike. When we cross, we know the speed of an object. Same thing when it's come to our position. Same, everything we are calculating. The time, speed, the distance, everything we calculate. Then only we are going to cross the road. This is the main concept is force. When you know the knowledge of force, we can be able to see when the object is moving or future where it could be. Everything you can find out with the help of knowledge of the force. Mechanics is a branch of physics, deals with effect of force on a body. It divides into two branches, namely statics and dynamics. Static is nothing but rest. Okay, it deals with the body which is are in the rest under acting of force. Okay, even we are giving a force, it is always kept in the rest position, that is static. Then next type is dynamics. Dynamics nothing but moving an object body under action of a force. This dynamics further divided into two types, kinematics and kinetics. Kinematic is nothing but deals with the motion of our body without consideration of cause of motion. So we are not considering the cause of the motion. Kinetics deals with the motion of body considering the cause of the motion. What makes the object to move? Everything we are studying the kinetics. Here we are going to learn some history of behind the force and the motion. The first is according to Aristotle. Aristotle, we know that is a Greek philosopher and scientist. He always says that natural state of an earthly body is rest. So he is telling that every body's natural position is nothing but rest. If you are changing the position natural to the moving position, that is called violent motion. So he is always stated that moving body naturally comes to rest without any external influence of force. So when you throw a ball, it will go and stop at one place. Okay, so that is that moving body always come to a rest position, external influence without any external influence of force. Such motion is said to be natural motion, or that means force independent. Without force, it will going to stop. Next one is, he proposed that force, that means push or pull movement, is needed to make a body to move from their natural state to behave contrary to that their own natural state is called violent motion. That is, violent motion is force dependent. When we are giving a force, it's moving. Further, he stated that two different mass body are dropped from a height. Heavier body falls faster than the lighter body. For an example, when you take a heavy ball, an iron ball, another one we have take a feather, and put it in the same distance. The iron ball reaches the ground first, the lighter feather takes last because of the mass variation. Okay, this is the view of the great philosopher Aristotle. Next to Aristotle is Galileo. He proposed some concepts after refining the Aristotle's theory. Natural state of all earthly bodies is either state of rest or the state of uniform motion. So here you have to understand What is uniform motion? This we already studied in 9th itself. The planetary, that is the planets revolving around the sun, it is a uniform motion. Second point, the body in motion will continue to be in same state of motion as long as no external force is applied. Okay, here we are saying that when the body is in uniform motion without we are applying external force, it always in the uniform motion. When the force is applied on the body, they resist any change in their state. This property of the body is called inertia. Okay, if the body is always in the movement or in the rest, when you are applying a force, it is always still in the previous position. This is called inertia. When you drop a heavier, this is also same experiment of Aristotle, but here he is telling that in vacuum. Vacuum means without any air. So air also giving resistance. When you drop a height in a vacuum, the body of different size, shape and mass fall the same rate, reach the ground at the same time. Here also the same experiment when you are taking an iron bar with a feather. When you are dropping the height, in that experiment we are doing in vacuum condition. So the both will reach the ground in same position or same time because of the absence of air. Next we are going to see about inertia. Inertia is already I told you, which is proposed by Galileo. When you are traveling, this we are already having so many examples. When you are traveling in a bus or a car, suddenly the car, the driver put a brake, we are moving lean forward. Because of we are always moving, even though the bus is stopped, our bodies tend to move in the same position. Same example we are reversing. When we are sitting relaxedly in the bus, suddenly the bus starts. That is suddenly we are lean back. Because of the our body tend to maintain its rest position always. So that time the position is, even though the external force is applied, we are moving the tend to maintain the previous position. That is called inertia. Okay. The inherited property of a body to resist any change in its state of rest or a state of uniform motion unless it is influenced upon external unbalanced force is known as inertia. Okay, here we are having an example activity. This is nothing but take a glass, put a cardboard, over you keep a coin. When you pull out the cardboard, what will happen? What we are thinking that the coin will move with the cardboard. It is not so. When you pull out the cardboard, the coin will drop in the tumbler. That means the coin, the rest position, it's always tend to maintain its rest position always. Even we are giving external force, so that it will be rest on that position. The cardboard is moving, means it's going down the tumbler. It is nothing but inertia. In this activity, the inertia of coin keeps in the state of rest when the cardboard is moving. Then when the cardboard has moved, the coin falls into the tumbler due to the gravity. This is called inertia of rest. The types of inertia, we have three types of inertia: inertia of rest, inertia of motion and inertia of direction. First is inertia of rest. The resistance of a body to change its state of rest is called inertia of rest, what we see in the coin experiment. Next one is inertia of motion. The resistance of body to the change of state of motion is called inertia of motion. Inertia of direction. The resistance of body to change its direction of motion is called inertia of direction. All are same. Here we have changed the rest, motion and direction. Each and everything having their examples. First one is inertia of rest. When you are vigorously shake branches of a tree, some leaves or fruits are detached, they are fallen. That is called inertia of rest. Next one is inertia of motion. An athlete runs some distance before jumping. Because of its help to jump longer than higher. Okay, same thing we are seeing the high jump and long jump, even pole vault, they are moving away from the grease at least few steps or few meters, then they run fast than before the jump. That is called inertia of motion. When you make a sharp turn while driving the car, you tend to lean sideways. Okay, this we all experience, just like when you're moving into the hairpin bends and mountains. When the driver turns very sharp bend, we are also lean sideways. That is a inertia of direction. This is very important question for 4 marks. Types of inertia with their examples. Okay, just you go through these things. Remaining chapters we will see in the next classes. Before that, just to understand what is inertia, what is force, what is the concept of Aristotle, same thing concept of Galileo, what are the 4 points given, what is inertia. These are the very important questions in this portion. Okay, apart from that, the 2 mark we are expecting what is inertia, then 4 mark we can accept types of the inertia with their example. I hope you can understand this chapter. Just go through these things. Next class we are going to see the Newton's first law, second law and third law. The last we are going to see about gravitation. And then we have a separate session for the problems from the book back and the problem solved which is given in the book also. I hope you can understand this chapter. Any doubts you can comment in the chapter. Thank you.